Hello, I am Nick Williams. I wanted to tell you more about the masterclass that I'm running on the 24th of January, which combines my two favourite subjects, which is the work we're born to do and my new emerging work of being a spiritual pro. Now, if you know my work, you know that probably for the last 25 years, really, I've dedicated myself both to showing up with what I was born to do and helping other people discover and show up with what they were born to do. And it's a subject that still fascinates me, and my emerging work around the idea of being a spiritual pro is really very simple, but it's not easy, and it's not for the faint-hearted. Because really, to be a spiritual pro simply means to show up before you feel ready. In my experience, most of us are waiting to feel ready. We're waiting to feel confident. We're waiting to get all our ducks in a row. We're waiting till we feel a bit better about ourselves. We have all sorts of reasons and strategies and distractions for not showing up as who we really are, and delaying it and putting it off for a little bit. And the reason deep down is just we're afraid. We're even terrified. So being a spiritual pro is being the person that has the courage to say, you know what? I'm never going to feel ready, and I know I'm never going to feel ready, and I'm going to show up anyway, and I'm going to start showing up with my vulnerabilities. I'm going to start showing up with my authenticity and with my fears. And that's what I encourage, is you to show up just where you are. You know, unwrap who you are, show up with who you are, share yourself with the world, and then amazing things begin to happen. But most of us are saying, well, show me the amazing things that are going to happen and then I'll show up. And I'm afraid it just doesn't work that way. We have to show up. So the day is about inspiring you to show up, helping you get past your fears of showing up, helping you see more clearly where, you know, your next step of showing up is. And the idea of being a spiritual pro for me has another dimension, because a few people have said to me, well, does this mean you work for money? And for me, the idea of being an amateur versus a spiritual pro, the difference is this. You know, we often think that to be an amateur means that we work for love. We do something for the love of it. Whereas if we're a pro, we do something because we're paid to do it. And I actually want to reverse that thinking and say, you know, if you really loved it, you would want to put it at the center of your life, whatever it is that you were born to do. You wouldn't want to just do it on the evenings and weekends. You'd want to do it every day. You'd want it at the center of your life. So actually the spiritual pro is not the one who works for money. The spiritual pro is the one who really works for love, because they go, you know what? This is what I'm on earth to do. I love doing it. I love making my contribution. I love showing up in the world. And I am going to do that. I'm going to put it at the center of my life. And I'm willing to be paid for doing it. But I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the love. That to me is at the heart of being a spiritual pro. You show up before you feel ready with your vulnerabilities. You show up with your courage and your love and your gifts, and you're very willing to get paid for doing it. Sound good? Okay, I'd love to see you there. Why don't you come along, spend the day. You'll meet fellow spiritual pros and aspiring spiritual pros. You'll get a lot of chance to reflect, to think about your next steps, to have me nudge and coach you past your fear and resistance. And you'll go away at the end of the day with a lot more clarity, hopefully a lot more courage, a lot more inspiration, and just feeling kind of excited about you and your year ahead. So hope you like the sound of that. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this.